I remember being 12 years old and seeing my very first Daft Punk video. I was sitting on the floor in front of the television watching MTV, and suddenly One More Time came on, and there was this just incredible piece of art that was going along with the song. Like, I didn't even realize that there was a film, that they had made an entire film out of Discovery. When we conceptualized and filmed Here Comes the Light, Casii Stephan's newest music video, we had no idea that Daft Punk were going to break up just a few weeks later. The whole idea had been to create an homage to those incredible Random Access Memories era-style music videos like Get Lucky or Instant Crush or Lose Yourself to Dance. All I knew when it was time to film Here Comes the Light was that I was ready to try my hand at encapsulating that beautiful new funk vibe that they had come to represent for me. My name is Bobby, I'm an indie filmmaker in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and this is behind the scenes of Here Comes the Light. Whoa, wait. There's no time for a self-indulgent intro. People click off within like the first minute of watching a YouTube video, so here is a satisfying time lapse instead. Please don't leave. All right. Obviously, for any of this to make sense, you have to go and actually watch the video, so I've linked to it right there. It's on Casey's page. Go take a look and then, report back here. Here's my thesis. I have long held that there are only two kinds of people in the world. Those who watch movies to see what happens in the end, and those of us who just kind of want to feel something along the way. I own a condo and a summer home in the second camp. Basically, I can overlook so-called movie logic and clumsy craftsmanship, but the filmmakers can deliver on the most important concept in all of art: aesthetic. I think that in most short-form visual art, if you can't get the audience to feel something, then your story doesn't matter at all. Like 90% of the story is the vibe, and you've only got 4 minutes on top of that to give them an experience. And they're not allowed to get bored. So, good luck with that. I just snorted weird. So great, our genre and our aesthetic are clearly defined for us. So when we approached filming the music video, we had a couple things to keep in mind. A couple as in three. We had a several of things to keep in, what do you call it? We didn't want to lead you by the nose through a narrative for this one, so what we did instead was that we wanted to simultaneously brighten and warm up the colors that we were using, and then kind of change up our shooting techniques as we went along to allow you to build a narrative on your own. Logan Sowers was the gaffer and the production designer here. He built all of this, and he's just exceptional. Like, his work speaks for itself. He over-delivers so much. I don't know what that is.
So I have a full custom-built LED bar pixel mapping rig. I have it all mapped out to my APC-40, where I have full control over all aspects as far as color, speed, and warping, and everything like that. I have all the LED bars mapped to Onyx with my M2 PC controls. And then here's the visual setup for the LED bars, where I am live mapping everything here, and I can control the speed and the zoom, so you see the effects played out on the LED bars here.
There are a couple of things to keep in mind though, like those LED strip lights don't reproduce a full spectrum of light like a tungsten or a high quality chip on board LED do, so there are lots of colors that the camera just won't pick up, and also because of that, skin tones can end up looking really weird and jaundiced, and so we spent at least an hour just trying to figure out how everything would work. What colors could we not use, and which ones would make our talent look like aliens?
If we go a little amber, then my options are now more limited. We're just wondering what her colors were.
I was really set in this, as in most of my projects, that you have just like a really pure, clean, black shadow area. There's like a trend that's been going around for a few years in which filmmakers will just raise the black level up a lot, and I don't like this, almost categorically. It totally kills the contrast in your image, and contrast is dropping. I guess there are a lot of ways to achieve like a neon noir or like kind of an 80s retrofuturism aesthetic, but I take Roger Deakins' work, oh, there goes a kitty cat. I take Roger Deakins' recent work on Blade Runner 2049 as the gold standard. Look, if you want subtlety, I'm not your guy. I love horror, I love Sam Raimi, I love over-the-top insanity. So we went with sparkles, lots of sparkles. There's really no secret to this. It's just this let me get it. It's just this filter from Prism Lens Effects. And it's got these little wires in it or something, and it makes things shiny. So we just taped that on because I didn't have the right size step-up ring with me because I'm a professional. I'm a grown-up boy. So we put all that stuff into a pot and we stirred it all up with a good bit of haze, and there you go. Aesthetic. You got yourself a vibe right there, lads. That ass. You still got it, boy. Boy. This one really came alive in editing. We just spent a day with these performers getting awesome footage, and then came back later and just started looking through it. Once you look through and like get a good enough idea with the footage, once you spend a lot of time with it, then the video starts to make itself. Little pieces start to want to work together, and the narrative begins to tell you what it wants to be, rather than, you trying to impose your will upon it. After I'd come up with a preliminary edit, then Amira and Casey came over and we just spent a day kind of pushing things around and figuring out how we wanted the film to look and how the film wanted to look. I realize that's a weird thing to verbalize. My philosophy as a director is and has always been to just surround myself with other people whose creativity and taste I trust. If you do something like that, then the pressure kind of starts to come off of trying to bend everybody to your will. You find people who are creating amazing things, who have something to contribute, and then you let them contribute.
Awesome.
Nice!
You can see me jerking a little.
On a low-budget sort of DIY video like this, there are no superfluous people on set. Everyone who was there was critical to this whole thing coming together. Casey and Amira, Heather, our choreographer, Josiah and Albree, my wife Victoria, Michael and Logan. Really, without any one of these people, the whole thing would have fallen apart. Oh, Starla, I didn't say Starla, crap! Starla had so many things to take care of, especially when it came to all the blacklight makeup. We were just trying to figure it out as we went, and even though we had some time to do testing, we didn't have time to test it on everybody. So it was crazy how quickly she was able to come up with something cool. Even though I'm kind of devastated that my Daft Punk tribute video turned out to be a posthumous one, I'm still glad that it got to memorialize making it here in this video. I love making these behind the scenes videos. It's kind of good as kind of a diary sort of exercise, but a lot of people weren't watching them, so I kind of stopped doing it. Let me know in the comments below if this is the sort of thing that you would like to see more, or if it's just too nichey and you'd rather see something different. Do you like them shorter and more 10,000 foot like this one, or do you prefer some things that are more technical? Anyways, thanks again to everybody who was a part of this project. This has been probably my favorite music video to shoot. It was just so much fun and so relaxed and freewheeling on set. Be sure to like and subscribe, blah, 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 all that stuff, whatever. I'll see you guys later. I gotta go make something else. I don't have any more time. Victoria made this. Isn't this cute? I need more coffee in it. By the way, I made coffee this morning. I didn't actually make the coffee though, because I forgot to put water into the coffee maker, and I went back 3 times before I realized I didn't put any coffee in it. So that's, I'm an adult.